If you want to know whether a man is truly into you, stop listening to his words and start watching his hands, because the way he touches you speaks volumes he'll never say out loud. When a man is attracted to you, his body language becomes your greatest clue. It's not always loud, obvious, or dramatic, but it is intentional, and if you know where to look, you'll never be confused about how he feels. Today, I'm revealing 6 places a man will touch you when he's truly into you. There's something incredibly telling about the way a man touches the small of your back. It's not the most obvious place, and that's exactly why it's so significant. It's not a flashy or attention-seeking move. It's subtle, intentional, and incredibly revealing. When a man places his hand there, especially while walking behind you, guiding you through a crowd, or letting you go ahead of him, he's doing more than just being polite. That touch says, "I've got you." It's protective, it's directional, it's his way of saying he wants to create a safe space for you, even if it's only for a moment. And here's the key, this isn't something a man does with just anyone. The small of the back is an intimate zone. It's not as publicly neutral as a handshake or as common as a hug. It's a spot that requires both confidence and comfort. For him to touch you there, he has to feel close to you emotionally. He's stepping slightly beyond what's socially expected and into the territory of romantic intention. He's signaling that he's paying attention, not just to you, but to how he makes you feel. Now, some women brush this off as just a nice gesture, but it's so much more than that. Think about it. He could have just as easily touched your elbow or gestured with a hand, but instead, he reaches for that lower point on your back, often lightly, sometimes even hesitantly, depending on how safe he feels to express his attraction. That touch lingers, even if it lasts just a second. It holds meaning, it's respectful, but it carries weight. And here's the beautiful part, this kind of touch isn't about dominance, it's about care. It's not about control, it's about presence. A man who touches you there isn't pushing or pulling, he's guiding, supporting, saying without words, "You're not alone here, I'm walking with you." What makes this gesture even more powerful is that it often comes naturally. He doesn't rehearse it, he doesn't overthink it. It just happens because he feels drawn to you, and in that moment, he wants to be close, but not intrusive. It's an act of quiet connection. So the next time a man touches the small of your back, don't just notice the action, tune into the energy behind it. Is he present? Is he gentle? Is he aware of your space? That's the kind of man who's showing up with respect and attraction combined. Because at the end of the day, the small of your back might just be a small gesture, but it can reveal the beginning of something big. When a man is truly attracted to you, not just physically, but emotionally, you'll notice it in the way he engages with your hands. Now, hands might seem ordinary. After all, we use them every day for everything. But that's what makes this kind of touch so meaningful. When a man chooses to touch your hands, he's making a conscious choice to connect with you in one of the most intimate, symbolic ways. Think about it. Your hands are your tools, your expression, your gesture, your vulnerability. And when he reaches out for them, even casually, he's reaching out for connection. Maybe it's a light graze of your fingers while you're telling a story. Maybe it's how he lingers when handing you something. Or maybe it's the way he holds your hand a little longer than necessary when saying goodbye. It's not always about a grand romantic gesture. It's often about the little moments that reveal the most. Holding hands is powerful for one reason above all. It's grounding. It creates a direct physical link between two people. In a world full of distractions, phones, and constant movement, when a man chooses to hold your hand, he's choosing to slow down. He's choosing you. In that moment, he's saying, I want to be here. I want to feel this. I want to feel you. There's a kind of vulnerability that comes with hand-holding too. Unlike placing a hand on your waist or shoulder, hands meet on neutral ground. It's a mutual, equal space. And when a man reaches for your hand, he's not overpowering or asserting. He's inviting. He's saying, let's walk through this together. Whether you're on a date, sitting close in conversation, or just standing in a quiet moment, when he touches your hands, he's giving you a glimpse into his emotional comfort and desire to connect beyond surface-level attraction. And watch closely. If he plays with your fingers, traces your knuckles, or absent-mindedly draws circles on your palm, you can be sure he's not just passing time. He's emotionally invested. He's present. That's the language of affection that doesn't need words. It's also a sign he's attuned to you, your energy, your presence, your rhythm. Let's also be clear. A man who touches your hands isn't just being polite. He's being personal. That touch says more than flirtation. It says intention. It says, I'm here, and I want to build this connection with care. So don't underestimate the power of where his hands go. If he's reaching for yours, it's because he wants to build trust. He wants to create closeness. And in a world that often rushes past true connection, that kind of touch speaks volumes. Because when a man touches your hands, he's not just holding your fingers, he's holding a moment with you. And that can mean everything. Sometimes the most meaningful signs of attraction are the ones that don't scream for attention, but speak softly, deliberately, and with intention. One of those subtle yet powerful touches is when a man reaches for your lower arm or shoulder. This may seem small, even innocent, but when a man is genuinely attracted to you, this kind of touch becomes a window into his desire to connect and his respect for your boundaries while doing so. This is often one of the first ways a man tests the waters. He's feeling out the emotional space between you, seeing if there's comfort, chemistry, and trust. When he places his hand on your arm while making a point, laughing at something you said, or drawing your attention to something, it's not just a casual move. It's a form of contact that says, I want to connect with you, and I want to see how safe and welcome that connection feels. Unlike more intimate areas like your face or waist, the lower arm and shoulder are what we might call friendly zones, and that's exactly why they matter. A man who's attracted to you but also respects you won't immediately reach for something more vulnerable. Instead, he'll find ways to touch you that feel natural, light, and unthreatening. He's saying, I see you, I want to get closer to you, but I want to do it in a way that honors your comfort first. Watch for how often this happens. Does he touch your arm when he's making a joke? When he congratulates you? When he wants your attention? These aren't just random gestures. These are moments of emotional attunement. They say, I'm engaged with you. I'm not just here physically. I'm mentally and emotionally tuned in. And if that touch is accompanied by genuine eye contact, a warm smile, or a moment of shared energy, then you know it's not just accidental. That's a man who is drawn to you in the moment and who wants to establish a rhythm of connection. It's his way of reinforcing intimacy without rushing it. The shoulder, too, is a powerful point of contact. Think about it. It's where we carry our stress, our tension, and sometimes our emotional weight. When a man places his hand on your shoulder, especially in a moment of support, reassurance, or shared excitement, he's offering something beyond physical touch. He's offering presence. He's showing up, not just as someone who's attracted to you, but as someone who wants to be an emotional anchor in your space. So don't ignore the light touches, the arm, the shoulder. These are often the first physical signals that reveal how safe he feels around you and how much he wants you to feel safe around him. They may be small, but they're rooted in emotional awareness. And when a man touches you there with care, presence, and intent, he's showing you that attraction isn't just about desire, it's about respect. When a man touches your hair, he's stepping into a deeply personal and emotionally charged space. Hair is one of the most intimate parts of our bodies, not just physically, but symbolically. It frames your face, it's uniquely you, and when a man reaches out to touch it, especially in a moment of connection, it's never random. It's a powerful, vulnerable expression of attraction and closeness. Why does this kind of touch matter so much? Because hair is not something people casually play with, especially not between two people who are just acquaintances. So when a man gently tucks a strand behind your ear, runs his fingers lightly through your hair, or even compliments it while brushing it away from your face, he's making a statement without saying a word. He's saying, I feel emotionally connected to you. I want to get closer to who you really are. This isn't about control or territory, it's about tenderness. The way a man touches your hair can reveal just how drawn to you he is emotionally, not just physically. It shows comfort, fascination, and a desire to be close in a way that feels soft, intentional, and personal. This kind of gesture often happens in quiet, shared moments. When the world feels like it's slowing down between you, that's not a coincidence, that's chemistry becoming real. And here's something important to understand. A man won't touch your hair unless he feels a strong emotional pull toward you. He has to feel safe in your space, and he has to believe you feel safe in his. That trust, that mutual unspoken agreement, creates the space for these more tender gestures to happen. Pay attention to the energy behind it. Is it playful? Is it slow and mindful? Is it paired with eye contact or a soft smile? These signals reveal that he's not just admiring how you look, he's connecting with the woman behind the appearance. That kind of attention doesn't come from surface-level interest, it comes from a deeper attraction, one rooted in admiration, affection, and emotional intimacy. Now some women might downplay this. Oh, he just touched my hair. It's nothing. But in the language of human connection, it's not nothing, it's everything. Because it means he's not afraid to cross into a more personal zone. He's showing up emotionally, not just physically. He's saying, you're beautiful, you're captivating, and I want to be close to that. So the next time a man touches your hair, don't just notice the action, feel the intention behind it. It may seem small, but it's actually a window into his emotional world. A man who feels connected to you will want to touch your hair, not to change it, but to cherish it, because in that moment, he's cherishing you. When a man touches your waist or hip, it's one of the most telling signs of deep physical and emotional attraction. This isn't a casual touch. It's intentional, intimate, and highly charged with meaning. Why? Because your waist and hips are areas of the body that symbolize closeness, connection, and yes, desire. But more importantly, when approached with care and respect, this touch speaks of a man who feels a magnetic pull toward you. Here's what makes it so powerful. The waist is a vulnerable space. It's where we carry our strength and softness. It's also not a place most people touch unless they've been invited into that level of closeness. So when a man reaches for your waist or places his hand gently on your hip, especially in public or during a subtle moment, it says a lot about the level of attraction he's feeling and the emotional confidence he has in your connection. Think about the context. Does he touch your waist when you're standing together, laughing? Does he guide you gently through a crowded room by resting his hand there? Or maybe he pulls you in during a hug and his hand settles on your hip as though that's exactly where it belongs. These aren't accidental moves. These are signs of a man who isn't just interested, he's invested. This kind of touch is also about emotional presence. A man who touches you there in a respectful, grounded way is signaling, I want to be close to you. I feel drawn to your energy, to your presence, and I want you to know I'm here. It's a very primal, protective gesture, but it doesn't have to be aggressive. In fact, the most powerful version of this is gentle. It's the way he holds you without gripping, the way he connects without taking. There's a difference between a man who touches your hip to possess and one who does it to protect, to connect, to cherish. And that difference lies in intention. That difference lies in the energy behind the touch. A man who truly respects and admires you will never make this gesture feel invasive. Instead, it feels like reassurance. It feels like affection that's been waiting to express itself in a quiet, physical way. And let's be honest, this is the kind of touch that leaves a memory because it lingers, not just on your skin, but in your heart. You remember the way he held you, the way he made you feel seen, safe, wanted. And that's what real attraction is about. It's not just about what he does, but how he makes you feel when he does it. So if a man touches your waist or hip with that blend of confidence and care, don't second guess it. That's not just chemistry, it's emotional presence. It's a man telling you, without speaking a word, I'm drawn to you, and I want to be close, not just to your body, but to who you are. When a man touches your face, it's not just romantic, it's reverent. It's the most emotionally charged, soul-level gesture he can make. Because your face is where your emotion lives. It's the most expressive, vulnerable, and personal part of who you are. And when a man reaches for it, whether to brush your cheek, move your hair, cradle your jaw, or simply rest his hand there, you are witnessing something far more than attraction. You're witnessing emotional intimacy at its peak. This kind of touch doesn't happen casually. A man doesn't just touch a woman's face unless he feels something real, something magnetic, something that pulls him toward you beyond logic. And most importantly, he only does it when he feels that you trust him with that closeness. Because touching your face requires more than confidence, it requires emotional safety. It's not just about wanting you, it's about caring for you. This gesture often comes in quiet moments. The in-between moment, when words fall away and all that's left is eye contact, energy, and presence. Maybe he reaches for your face when you're laughing and he wants to see you more clearly. Maybe it's during a goodbye and he doesn't want to let the moment pass without connection. Or maybe it's in a moment of silence when he's simply looking at you with a kind of awe, as if he can't believe someone like you exists. Those are the moments when the face touch happens, and those are the moments that leave imprints on your heart. When a man touches your face gently, he's not just admiring your beauty, he's admiring you, your presence, your essence, the way you light up when you talk, the softness in your eyes. He's telling you, I see you, I value you, I'm here with you, right now, fully. That kind of touch is sacred, and it should be treated as such. It's also deeply protective. The face is where we hide when we feel hurt, where we light up when we feel joy, where we cry, where we laugh, where we show love. When a man reaches for your face, he's saying, I want to be a part of all of that. I want to understand what moves you. I want to be close to what you feel. And here's what sets this touch apart from all the others. It often leads to a kiss, yes, but even when it doesn't, it's intimate enough to feel like one. It creates emotional electricity. It makes time stand still, and it reminds you that love doesn't always start with words. Sometimes it starts with the way a man holds your face and looks at you like you're the only person in the world. So when he touches your face, don't just feel his hand, feel his heart. Because that kind of touch, that's not just physical, that's a man saying, you matter to me, deeply, and that is something truly worth noticing. Listen, Real attraction isn't loud, it's not flashy, it's not always spoken in words. But when a man is truly drawn to you, his actions will whisper everything you need to know. So don't chase words, watch for touch, and when you feel it, own your worth, and know you're the one who moves his world.